A kind day to you all, I am Kinsmarck, and this is my first 15 with Codename CURE, a co-op zombie wave survival game recently released as a free-to-play title on Steam, and rendered, as I'm sure you can tell, on the Source engine. And how about that music? That's got some soul to it, which is kind of ironic considering the whole zombies thing. Anyway, it is essentially standard fare as far as Source engine options are concerned, and as with all of my first 15s, I have yet to play a single match, so let's simply see if I can find one and find out what this is all about. Alright, I'm having some issues actually finding a server with spaces available. I am happy to see that there seems to be a fair amount of people playing this, so it's certainly not a dead community. As you see with the zombie. Alright, I'll shut up. So instead, I've created my own server, and I've enabled for AIs to control any of the remaining units so that I'm not completely alone, and set it for internet availability so that hopefully someone will connect mid-match, and I'll not find myself alone with the AIs. So it seems as though there are several classes: point man, support, assault, technician, sniper, and that is all. So I like that they've each got some new, or not necessarily new, however unique, sets of equipment and some descriptions to them. So, oh, I like the assaults. That Galil. What else have we? Yep, I can't, what in the world is... Okay, for a second I thought the Dual Infinities was like an Infinity 1911 with like a miniature Infinity as an under-rail accessory. Alright, this makes much more sense than what my eyes first thought it was. So, wait a minute. The smiley sticker. Cannot go wrong with the smiley. However, the Galil. Have to. With the Galil. So, let's see. I know many are quick to dismiss Source engine games, however, they are still capable of some fun execution, and as I mentioned, it is free to play, so it's a little something different. I hear zombies from the usual sort of, say, Gmod mode fare. Hi there. And thankfully, I can actually iron sight. Excellent. However, it's a toggle iron sight, which is really weird for me. Alright. So, I'm not entirely sure what our objective is. The game is, as with so many... I assume from the music, that's not a good sound. As with so many Source games, not so great at explaining itself. It's more of a Source mod, which assumes one has read the documentation, than necessarily a standalone game on the Source engine. I think it's fair to say. However, as it is what it is, unless I'm simply mistaken, there's no amount of microtransactions available. The game simply is what it is, and it's available for free, so there's very little to criticize even in a rather Spartan execution such as this. Other than to say, it is what it is. And what it is some fairly cheap, however satisfying fun. And fairly cheap in this case means free, so, you know. Alright, are we supposed to clear this somehow? I can't activate that. Can I open the door? Can I punch it? Can I break the door? No. I feel as though we've got objectives or something. Oh. Oh. Alright. At least I can see it opening now, and I know it hasn't already been open this entire time. So... Hipfire seems just as accurate as actually irons. So, can we open this? And I can at least praise the AI design. These AIs are not useless. Like, they're killing probably more things than I am. So, this is actually one of the few Source mods that doesn't necessarily require one to have a full squad's worth of friends to play with. You can actually, it seems at least at this stage, solo this on your own time. And simply play against and with AIs. Oh jeez! Oh jeez! No! I pounce you! Pounce! Pounce in face! There we are. Oh, you're not a friendly. I thought you were a friendly. Wait, are you a friendly? Can my friend... Ah, crap. Mission failed. Fission mailed. Alright. Oh, I respawned. So, was the fission mailed? Or do we simply respawn? Oh, no, the gate is shut again. Alright, I think I'll adjust some of my volume settings prior to the first wave. Alright, hopefully that is a somewhat more reasonable level of volume. There we are. Much easier on the ears. So, I'll attempt to actually finish this match out and see whether or not it's simply wave survival to progress through a map, or whether there are any more creative objectives. Because essentially, I'm getting a sort of Counter-Strike meets Left 4 Dead vibe off of this. Which is to say something that is shallowly entertaining, however, legitimately entertaining. Which I can't exactly complain about the value of, all things considered. Whoa, you're like super heavily armored. Die. Die! Alright. How's about my sidearms? I've yet to test any of these. I have a little CZ75. Are you decent? You have 0 recoil. Let's put you to the test over here. For some reason, it seems to, like, de-iron sight me if I accidentally hold right mouse down for too long. I really don't like the toggle irons. I'll have to check whether or not that's something I can adjust within the settings. I think it is. I can never remember what's source standard in terms of control schemes. Alright, time to head inside. So, let's try not to die this time. And I just realized that meter to the right of my reticle, I'm a little slow in realizing, it's actually an ammunition meter. Alright. So, it seems that zombies also... Whoop! Drop ammunition and what I think are little health containers. So, whoa! Whoa! For a second, I was worried they needed to check their fire, and then I realized, no, they're trying to save me. They're just firing a little uncomfortably close. So, since I just ran right in front of a teammate mid-fire, it seems as though friendly fire is not a thing, at least not within the default server settings. No, not again! Not again! No! Okay. No. Where's my health? I can't even see. Oh, there it is. Crap. So it's in the lower left corner of the screen. Grab that. I think that thing, that cured me of something. I'm not entirely sure what. So, let's grab that. Alright, so that restored some of my shield. Is that shield meant to actually represent, like, my armor? Or, whoa! Is it an actual, like, techno shield? Or why am I asking questions in a source mod game? Why? I know there is no lore or explanation to be had here. It's simply, what you see is what you get. We are guys in military uniform gear things, killing zombies in a somewhat metropolitan, urban, recycled environment here. That's all there is to it, really. I'll just kill you because I can. Does that make me a terrible person? It probably makes me a terrible person. I mean, they're already dead. Do I have a flashlight? Z, X, L for light. Nope. It seems I do not. Those are not grenades, those are tin cans. Alright, so come on, my AI fellows. Since I think no one has yet filled your ranks. Can I open this? No? We're just holding out. Whoa, yes, alright. So, whoa! Alright. Let's see. Can I grenade? Whoa! No. Can I saw in my equipment. I'm supposed to have grenades. I have 5 of them, I think. I see in the HUD. I just fission mailed. All right, so that went horribly, and actually illustrates that there's a fair amount of challenge in this game, which I'll come clean, I wasn't expecting. I was kind of expecting something rather easy of just wiping the floor with zombies and just kind of feeling as a god among men, and yet there's actually some challenge there, especially playing on one's own with only AIs as company. So let's see. It seems as though there are only 4 maps, which is kind of disappointing, especially considering the simplicity of the maps. I'll check out what this one looks like. I think I'll just cut to each map individually since there are so few of them, and at least show them off so that you guys can see what there is to play upon. And I just realized, the technician, he has Betty! Alright, so this is City Block, and I'm not familiar enough with any source mod titles to know whether or not these are maps unique to this game. I assume they are, or whether they're adaptations of maps from other titles for the purposes of this game. I get the impression they were made, just given their layout and their pacing for this. However, I could be mistaken, I suppose. And as for this map, it's a little on the open side, and I kind of like that. And I'm sure there's several in the comments who will criticize this for the usual, you know, sorts of, this is just generic urban environment X in which we are to reach destination Y. And there's some significance and some viability to that criticism. So, I won't necessarily call this game a masterpiece in any regard. However, it is still some cheap and satisfying fun. Now, how's about the Flatline map? I suppose I'll also test new classes each time. I'm curious, let's try those dual infinities, because why not? Flatline, I'm assuming, is a hospital. Alright. At least they have a stylish animation. And infinities, those are, like, private, like, firearm enthusiast and collector weapons. Those are not the kinds that anyone within an active military capacity would use. Like, that I think is a real criticism. That, yes, I know suspension of disbelief is such a minor issue in a game like this. I know, it's just, it clashes with my, oh my. Attempting to iron with these is, it makes it worse, because it seems as though it hardly affects the actual accuracy whatsoever, and aiming forfeits one's reticle. So, wow, alright. The infinities are stylish, and it seems they pack a decent punch. However, the cost to one's aim is so steep. Alright, so Flatline, I'm sorry to say, is probably my least favorite of these maps thus far, because unless I'm simply missing something, and there is, in fact, a flashlight key that I am missing, it's a little too dark, and the name kind of implies, at least for me, a hospital setting, and yet this is just generic corridor Y on the way to kill Zombies Z. And lastly, we have Office. I kind of wonder, is this the same as, like, CS Office? It's designated a little differently, however. I'm also now testing the Sniper class, so is there a way down? We're on a roof of a substantially high structure, and the render distance is, pretty, short. I can see the end of the world. So, hi there. I think I recognize some of these weapons. I think I've seen these in some form or another in a weapons pack mod for Gmod at some point. It could just be similar to one I've seen, however. Alright, how's this little 5.7 perform? Decent sound effects. Alright. I've also learned that horrifying screechy noise, which I know is also another stock source sound, Also, only seems to signify that a wave is starting, rather than anything actually significant. Alright, so the 5-7, as it actually probably should be, is kinda weak. Because the 5-7's one trick is that it fires armor-piercing ammunition, which means that if employed against an unarmored target, isn't going to do a whole lot, because the round will simply pass straight through whatever it hits, rather than creating a large exit wound. Which isn't all that useful against zombies, in which you want to do as much flesh displacement and damage as possible. Die! Die! It's a sad day when hipfire with a sniper rifle is much more effective than actually aiming. I think sniper is kind of an unnecessary class in as cramped an environment as these, especially a scoped sniper. Maybe a 4X on like an M14 or something would fit a little more properly. This is just out of its element in this kind of setting. So I think that about covers all there really is to Codename CURE. Like I said, it's a very simplistic system. It's a free-to-play source mod available on Steam, and it's one that I can see having some fun with, playing with friends, especially on voice chat. It seems like something that is probably shared with the Steam community more as just a gesture so that people can have fun with this rather simple system than necessarily anything serious or professional. It's well put together. It doesn't seem to have any major glitches at all working within it. It's just very minimalistic in terms of its execution. There's just not a lot here. However, what is here is at least implemented well. So if you enjoy it, give it a shot. As I mentioned, it is free to play, so it will not cost you anything more than time. And this has been my first 15 with Codename CURE. I am Kinsmarck here at Less Than Press, and as always wish you all good gaming and Godspeed. Oh, shit! Uh-oh! Uh-oh, he saw me, and he was leveling his rifle right at me. Rifle.